stalkers are running my phone because they know they're stalking me. They're Goons and they're White Supremacy in Chester, Virginia. Just like they're going on my home and fucking up my internet and stuff to go on my property during the wee hours from midnight to morning, in the dark hours, because they're satanic. That's when satanic people attack you. They attack you in the darkness. They don't attack you in the light, because they want in the light to pretend that they're good people. But in the darkness, that's when they do all the evils. That's how they do all the evils. The FBI, CIA, all them is of Catholic Church. They work for the wicked, evil Catholic Church. They do not work for the government. The government work for the Catholic Church for centuries. All these white European people work for Catholic Church who pretend they're Christians that came out of Christ Church as pagans converted to Christianity and don't call themselves Christians. That's why they hate black people, because black people is the original race, not white people. White supremacy is a lie, a deception, just like every other fucking lie and deception they tell for centuries to everybody. You let them pass you out, because they're wicked. And they way to stalk you, and you let them pass them out to say you stalking them. That's how wicked white people is. Talking about the commandments done away with. The commandments ain't done away with. The commandments still binding. They just fucking liars, steal, kill, murder, do all kinds of wickedness and evil, Lucifer, and they call themselves Christians. Call themselves white Jesus, idol worship. White man Jesus. Cause Christ never was white and he never wasn't Jesus. And there was Yeshua. White people been deceiving blacks for centuries and calling the lies truth. Like Trump. Trump telling all fucking lies and believe he telling truth. Notice that they call all black people that come to this country or come to any white country that belong to black people before fucking white people steal the land, immigrants. Like, white people never came to every other fucking country as immigrants. So they're telling you that they, by their default, the land is theirs even when they stole it. And they ain't got the Bill of Rights. They're telling you that you're an immigrant if you black, you come from a shithole country if you black, but white people ain't come from shithole countries that they stole from black people and call it theirs. Like America. Black natives stole from black natives by genocide and they call it White House control point. White people get wealth and riches off of the people them hate, the darker complexion. How they got their wealth? From slavery, from kidnapping fucking black people from Africa. Israel in Africa, make it Middle East, that said white Romans came from fucking Israel. They're the true Israelites. They're not all this deception and lies. They go to everybody's country and claim it as theirs. They're the true natives. That's why they don't call themselves immigrants. Because they claim themselves as the true natives once they born their children into the land that owned by black people they stole it from. Killing genocide the black people as savages, but the true savages were white people. Stealing lands from black people and calling them savages. They killing and bombing the shit out of these black people. Fighting with spears versus white racist people. Fighting with weapons, guns. They give guns to black people to kill each other and then call it on black crime. Did black manufacture weapons? No. White white people manufacture weapons to kill people them hate, and to put the weapons in the hands of the people them hate, and teach the same people to hate their own color, their own complexion, their own race, and to genocide their own race and call it black on black crime. Why they call it black on black crime? Why white people don't take the spotlight off of black people and put it on themselves and say white on everybody crime, including the fucking own selves them kill and genocide? You know how much blacks got framed and killed and executed for white people doing evil to their own people? And then framing and setting up black people as the criminals? Because they telling you all black people are criminals, and they say not all black white people are bad. So all black people are criminals, and black people never hold white people as slaves, never lynched them to trees and do all kinds of wickedness and oppression to them, never kidnapped them from Europe, bring them to America and enslave them. But they're good people. Centuries went by of slavery. 400 to 500 years in America, and they're good people, and none of them never once stand up against oppression, slavery, human trafficking. It's when blacks start to fight back, they call it revolution, because some blacks start to fight back against them. That's when they start grinding the bullshit, because they don't want to be killed, because the people that enslaved were more than the masses, and they keep calling themselves the majority to rule as white supremacy. But they're not really the majority. If you put the Chinese, the Indians, the blacks, all of them as black race, they categorize them so to make division among black people by texture here and not color, but the skin's still black. They got Indians, Hispanics, everybody darker than me, and calling themselves Hispanic. What do they call themselves Hispanic? Because they don't want to associate with black, and the skin black, because of the texture of the hair. Why they call themselves Indians? Because white people tell them they're Indians, and they don't want to associate themselves as black, because the skin color is black. But they go by texture here. Curly and straight hair make them better than certain blacks that got nappy hair. That's what they're trying to say. But all the skin's still black. That's how deceitful and nasty white people is. White people get black people turned against each other by calling them true texture hair. Different cultures or different race, but they still killed them all as black. Yup, that's the world we live in, man. We live in a fucked up, lying, deceitful, satanic, evil world. White people are just like the father, Lucifer. Lucifer stole this land from Adam when he sinned against Yah. He brought sin in this earth and got rid of Adam. He genocided Adam and Eve by lying. And they fall for his lies and deception, said that they should not surely die. Where Adam and Eve with us today? They died. Yeah, they were supposed to drop down dead right away, but yeah, extend his mercies and grace to them and make them live for 900 years. Of the rebellious life against Yah, because sin is rebellion against Yah. And sin didn't begin with Eve, sin began with Lucifer. Lucifer lied, deceived Adam and Eve. Eve was deceived, but Adam chose to eat that fruit. Eve was deceived by Lucifer, who shapeshifted as a serpent. A talking serpent. Serpents never talk. They were animals. And the serpent flew during the time of Eve in the Garden of Eden. That's where God told he should crawl up on his belly from then on, because the serpent allowed Lucifer to enter it and deceive Eve as a talking serpent, which was Lucifer. Lucifer demon possessed people, and they tried to make these people think that he is a god. He's not God. He was created as an angel to serve Yah. He was a cherubim, and he covered God. The Shekinah glory of God, he covered as a cherubim. And he was beautiful, very beautiful. Diamonds, ruby stone, as the Bible said, was made in him. And I got a feeling he white. Because all the fucking white evil that been done in this world, and all the wicked evil is not by black people, it's by white people. And then they changed laws, changed God's law, the bull face, changed the Sabbath to Sunday worship, Lucifer worship. Everything counterfeited that Yah got, Lucifer counterfeit. And he got. Yah got the Sabbath, he got Sunday worship. Yah got the truth, he got lies. Yah got righteousness, he got evil. Yah got goodness, he got rebellion, and call it goodness. Everything that counterfeit is of Lucifer. Just like counterfeit money. You got real money, and then you got counterfeit money, pretending to be the real money. So that's how they lie and deceive white people for centuries. Fuck up this world. In Genesis, when Eve and Adam sinned and rebelled against God by listening to Lucifer's lies, God, disobedience is rebellion. Lucifer lied to all a heaven before Adam and Eve was created on this earth. He was kicked to this earth, and it was called the bottomless pit because it had no land. In the Bible of Genesis, God created land on this earth so mankind could dwell on the earth, because they were not fish. Adam and Eve were not fish, they were humans. So he had to create land, fruits and vegetables and animals and everything before he created man. He created land. That's the first thing he created. He separated the heavens by darkness and light, and it had nothing to do with white or black as evil. No. That's how God created, because there was no evil in God. So he created stuff out of righteousness. But he knew Lucifer was in the air, because this earth was void. It had water only. It didn't have the land. God put land on it. So Lucifer and he angels had to be Lucifer and he angels had to be floating in the midair. Because if you put yourself on water, you sink. Unless you Christ walking on water. But his name wasn't Jesus, because J is only 500 years old. It was I before it became J. It came J because they came up with Jesus. All these white bipolar faces of Christ calling it Jesus, but Jesus is Lucifer. Idol worship is Lucifer. Anything that you don't worship other than God is of Lucifer. There's no Middle Earth that Lord of the Rings want you to believe. There is self-worship itself is worshiping Lucifer. You can love yourself, but you can't worship yourself. You gotta worship Yah. If you worship yourself, you worship Lucifer. Anything that go against God is of Lucifer. There's no Middle Earth. It's either the Prince of Darkness or Yeshua. Michael the archangel that kicked Lucifer out of heaven because of his rebellion. He tried to get all the angels dethrone Yah and his son. But it didn't work because he light only worked on 1/3 of the angels. That means 2/3 they got double angels that did not sin or fall for Lucifer's rebellion or lies. And Lucifer caused them angels that he deceived to get kicked to this earth, the bottomless pit. So this world full of lies and deception by white people. And I believe Lucifer white. Because he hate Christ and he hate everything that Christ created on this earth. That's why when Christ told the lying ass Romans pretending to be the children of Israel as the rabbis and Pharisees, he said to them when he knew that they were lying and telling lies to the people that they were Israelites and they were of Moses and all kinds of crap. Yeah, they lynched him. They got rid of him because he spoke the truth and he was the Son of God. And they got rid of him because he was black. So when they lynched Christ, that's what Daniel talked about. Nebuchadnezzar's idol that he dreamed about. Where the idol was of gold head, silver breast, belly and thighs was brass, legs were iron, and then the toes were mixed with clay and iron. The iron represents Rome. Let me get straight to Rome. Rome ruled the world during the time of Christ. That is why when black Israelites were taxpayers for Rome, they were hated. But then the people black Israelites started to bend towards Rome, idolatry. And Christ came about telling them that he is the light. He is the way, the truth, and the light. And they didn't like that. So they had to get rid of him. And they get rid of him through Lucifer. They worship Lucifer's who killed Christ to the cross. That's why he said, Yah, when he came to Adam and Eve in the garden, he said his seed shall bruise your seed heel. At the cross, he was talking about the crucifixion. Lucifer bruised Christ's heel at the crucifixion. He killed him, he genocided him, he lynched him at the cross. But the same cross that Lucifer bruised Christ's heel, Christ bruised Lucifer's head. Lucifer doomed for hell. He can be destroyed. When you bruise the head now, death is upon you. When you bruise a heel could get better and come back alive. Why Christ tell parables? He tell parables for people to unravel them. So that we wake up to the truth by studying for themselves. And not going off of men's word of mouth. Because a lot of blacks go off the word of mouth of white people. Because they think white people are gods because they say Jesus is white. And Jesus is Satan. Jesus is not Christ. Christ never named Jesus. FJ is 500 years old. His name was Yeshua. And then was a white Jesus with bipolar faces. Google Jesus and see how much freaking faces come up for Jesus. How one man could be so many fucking faces? I tell you, this world full of brainwash, lies, and deception. And if them people that claiming to be Christ, white people, white men, claiming to be God, to all these black people calling Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Even the female that got killed named Sonia, she called on the white Jesus. And still got killed by a white man who is the oppressor of black people. And black people don't realize how oppressed they are. And they lying and deception and tell you you're free, but your mind not free because you still believe in their lies. So you're still enslaved because you believe in their lies and deception. That you're free when you're not free. You're still paying taxes. From the day of Christ to now, black people. That's how white people get rich. White people get rich off of black people. They enslave them. They sell them stuff, overcharge. They steal from black people the lands, the resources, the food, and call it theirs. And that's how they get the wealth. They mask the wealth off of the people they hate. The dark race they hate. That's how they get the wealth. Freely. You know, they buy stuff from China for 1.99 cents, sometimes $1. I sell that shit for over thousands of dollars. They buy cars from Japan and all kinds of stuff way, way cheap. And they sell you the cars for thousands and thousands of dollars. Why? And that's why people talk about white privilege, because white people get privilege above black people. They would sell that shit cheaper to white people than they would sell to black people. That's how they master wealth. They master wealth by stealing from you. Stealing from black people. And black people love these white people, thinking that these white people care about they're gonna have sex with them. Yeah. Washington, who they claim is the first president, and they have 14 presidents before him, and 7 adult black people, and they never told you that. But they tell you Washington is the first president of the United States, and he wasn't the first president of the United States. Yeah, that's what that's white people doing, lying and deceiving. Deceiving a race, a people, a darker race, and then calling themselves educated in deception. Nobody can be educated in lies. Lies is deception and ignorance. White supremacy is ignorance. The original race was black people. Look at 4 of the gardens. One was in Ethiopia. What Ethiopia is? Africa. Africa named after a white man. America named after a white man. But they're all black-owned countries that white people took from them and call it theirs and call blacks immigrants to their own lands. Well, I got where you're going to, but I want you to see that these fuckers stalking me to my appointments, to my home. I'm not stalking them. I'm not stalking them to their home. I'm not stalking them and watching them when they come out their house. I'm not digging up their land as the Moors and Moors or whatever doing, you know, without my permission. Because white people think they got rights to everything because of the default of their light skin. But it's not the skin. The Bible said, God judge a man by the heart and not the skin tone. Once a story was told of a white man say he ain't going to heaven if niggas up in heaven. But a lot of niggas in be hell too. So bitch, you're going to hell with niggas. So they in a limbo, they in a middle row, they in a utopia that Lucifer trying to make one to believe of. No, there's either heaven or earth. And earth is hell. And hell don't exist yet. Burning, because if you read the book of Revelation, it said this earth is hell. Armageddon. Read when Lucifer gathered all the evils after the 1,000 years, and they tried to go up against you, Jerusalem, coming down out of heaven, where the fire and brimstone gonna come on the earth and burn Lucifer and all the evil after the 1,000 years they're resurrected to be judged by Yah and his saints. That's what the Bible said. They don't judge me, but the Bible said, don't you know that you shall be judges of evil people, Lucifer, angels, and demons, and human beings that choose Lucifer to worship him when God destroyed them in hell? And hell is not burning forever. That is what the Catholic Church, Satanic Catholic Church, tell you, so they can make money off of you through purgatory. Hell does not exist. This earth is hell. And the fire and brimstones ain't be thrown from the Sunday worship and Sunday worship. the earth and break up and the lava gonna come out, and then that's where the earth will be held. So if this earth and burning, hell doesn't exist right now. So they lied to you. So don't fall for the lies and the deception. Wake up, my black people. Wake up before it's too late. The narrative they're selling to you, calling it education, is ignorance and lies and deception of Lucifer. They telling you that blacks sell their soul to Lucifer, but they don't tell you that their soul already belonged to Lucifer by the evils they did to blacks for centuries. They make videos showing you blacks doing this, blacks doing that, because they're trying to make it look like only blacks evil and white people good. And white people did more atrocities and wickedness than black people on this earth. And then they call me a racist pig for exposing them. You know, a racist pig because they're telling the truth about these fuckers. They're wicked. And you need to wake up. Because you're born in and having sex with them doesn't mean they love you. The one in George Washington, didn't he born all these fucking black women and had children by them and still had them enslaved? None of them wasn't free. White people could born you and do all evil to you and call it love. And black people did, oh, because he born me, he loved me. No, I still got you as a slave. Why? If he loved you, he don't set you free and let you go. He's still enslaving you, while born in you. Because they're evil. There's no good in evil. They try to make you think there's good evil and there's bad evil. And black people is the bad evil. And white people is the good evil. That's what they're trying to tell you. But that's not how God judged this world. Christ was black and he was genocided because he was black and he was God by Lucifer. But Christ still win at the cross because Lucifer laid she on the cross and Christ then win at the cross by not giving into rebellion and Lucifer and sin. And that's no, he got the key back from Lucifer of this earth because I didn't give the key to Lucifer when he sinned. Lucifer took it by stealing and lying. That's how white people operate. They steal and lie to get your land. We're leaving the Bible in your hand. So wake up, my people. Wake up before it's too late.